Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TSK F1. How are we doing, guys? I wasn't late. I'd already pressed the button. It took YouTube moments to let me on, but I'm here. Welcome. Qualifying. Saudi Arabia. Are we excited? How much is Verstappen going to get pole by? I'm going to go right ahead and say I think he's going to be 5.5 tenths in front of Perez for pole. I think it's going to be. Get your top 5. Let's say top 5 quali predictions in chat. Top 5 quali predictions in chat. I don't want that making noises. There we go. Brilliant. Fantastic. Fantastic. You was on the wrong stream. This is going to be a shocking quali. Why is that? Max, Perez, Alonso, Stroll, Gasly. Maybe. I think it's going to be Max, Perez, Alonso, Ocon, Stroll. But there's something telling me that the Ferraris are going to turn their engines up for quali. I just can't decide whether they're going to or not. Otherwise, they are looking genuinely shocking. Ferrari are not looking good. How you doing, Mario? Hope you're well. Hope you are very well indeed. Get your predictions in. Why would it be so? Why is it going to be shocking? What's going to be shocking about it? Notorious. I think Max is just going to be on a planet of his own. That Red Bull this season is just unreal, isn't it? It is just levels beyond anything. It really, really is. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, right. So, earlier on, we saw that Mercedes was still struggling. Alpine looked a lot faster, didn't they? And Ferrari are just nowhere. I don't know what's going on with Ferrari. The only thing we can assume is that their engines are turned down, I think. Max, Perez, Alonso, Gasly, Stroll, Max, Alonso, Stroll, Perez, Leclerc. You think Perez is going to be that low? I think that Red Bull will make anyone. You think Ferrari won't make it to Q3? That would make it exciting. Did Gasly not fully copy Pascal? Did the Gasly not fully... Oh, right, I see. Has Stroll done well or something? That Aston Martin's a great car this season. So I can see... I think he'll be in the top 5. The Red Bulls are going to be 1-2 and just way in front of everyone. They just are. I don't think there's any challenging them unless one of them bins it. I just don't see it happening. The Ferraris, they could come back into it if they've really been driving with their engines turned down. But the Ferraris, honestly, I kind of agree. If they're showing the same form as they've shown through all the practice sessions, they might not make Q3, which would be crazy. But they have to do something to protect their engines, don't they? Max, Perez, Charles, Alonso, Sainz. So do you think Ferrari have had their engines turned down then, Gled? Who thinks will score higher? Albon. I've already told you. Why are you asking? You're asking me. Come on now. Bottas genuinely has looked really slow. The Alfa Romeo hasn't looked great this weekend so far. They're sort of talking on the coverage. They're talking about through 22, 23 how they might go wide. No, everyone, I don't trust you. Behave. Don't trust me. Max, Charles, Perez, Sainz, Alonso. Wow. Mario's hopeful. Oof. I'm not. The Ferraris have looked genuinely turbo turd. They really have. Max, Alonso, Perez, Alonso, Lewis. Well, that's weird, but we'll go with it. That's 4. I mean, it'd be a surprise to me if the Mercedes can make it that high. Honestly, it really would be a surprise to me. Stroll, Lewis in 4th. Yeah, maybe Alonso driving. Yeah, Alonso 2nd and 4th would be impressive. He is that good. The boy is that good. He'll be 2nd and 4th. Alonso. I'm trying some different live timing on my end, just checking it out. I am kind of excited about this. I'm not going to... The Red Bulls, obviously, I think I'm going to be saying how unbelievable they are at some point. But that car, I mean, bloody hell, you know. Do you know Alonso would rather do cardio than weights? Did I know that? No. I didn't know that. What a random thing. I didn't know that. And he likes cycling. I knew that because he had an accident on his cycle, much like many F1 drivers have. He said it in some Grill the Grid, I believe. I don't know what that is. Facebook been hitting you with F1? I don't even use Facebook now. Well, I really don't often when I do. At all. Traffic's going to be interesting, I think, this evening as well in the qualifying. I think we might see the odd lap ruined by people just sort of cruising around slowly. So that's not going to be fun. Well, it might be fun. So, yeah, I did. Also, I confirmed it that Max has got a new gearbox. So he's on gearbox 2 of 4 for the season. I mean, that's not as bad as where Ferrari are at. It's got. Let's have a little poll. Let's have a little poll. No, yes, poll is the right word. Were Ferrari turned down in FP? Yes, no. There you go. A little bit of a poll going for you in the chat there, guys. I've learned that Yuki would make a better chef than a driver. That's probably true. I don't really doubt that. A slight dent in Red Bull's armour. Well, one can hope. One can hope. It'd be good if they've got something wrong, but they seem to be pretty bulletproof, don't they, really? Does anyone think Max won't be on pole? I don't. The only way he won't be on pole is if he tries to really assert his dominance and crash. You know what I mean? It's the only way. Or his car blows up, yeah. A meteor hits his car from nowhere. If he gets tummy ache again, yeah. You know, it's possible. I mean, he's made mistakes here in the past, so it's possible. But I don't see it. Look, you know, I always said the Mercedes was an exceptionally strong car during the Lewis Hamilton dominance. And I think the same can be said now. I'm not saying neither of them are completely elite drivers, but, you know, that Red Bull is an insane Formula One car. It just is, isn't it? Much like, what was it? I've forgotten which one. But there was the black Mercedes, the first one, that was an unreal car as well, you know? Can we spend points to drop bombs? No. Wouldn't be the first time something falls from the... Oh, nearly said that. Just got the intro. Thought there might have been an optimist. Yeah, but, Gled, knowing you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, it does make me smile because genuinely, this is what it was like for nearly, how many years in a row with Lewis Hamilton? It was just like Lewis Hamilton's going to be on pole. Every other fan was just like, right, what has to happen for Lewis Hamilton not to be on pole? You know what I mean? Every single race, it was just like, what's going to happen? Lewis is on pole again. It's just, instead of Lewis Hamilton, it's Max Verstappen now. It's just, it's the same for the fan of anyone else. But so I really like this track. I do very much. It's one of my favourites. What channel is F1 on Sky Sports? Sky Sports F1. Is that a trick question? I feel like you're giving me a test. $4.06. It isn't loaded. Don't know what to tell you. $4.06. There you go. Big Gled knows. I don't know. I haven't got Sky. I haven't got a clue. I just know it's Sky Sports F1. Nelly. Oh, serious circuit. I love this, though. Some of my favourite racing, I've mentioned it a few times, some of my favourite racing of the last, well, quite a while, was the race where it was just Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, lap after lap, just being in... They were just so much faster than anyone else on track. I think it was something like an 11-lap period. Both of them were like a second faster than anyone else on track, getting closer and closer to the walls and just so fast. You know. See you post quali. Are you off? See you later, mate. I was watching an F1 highlights or something by accident on a 401. It's Paris, yeah, it is Paris, yeah. How long until we start? Just 2 minutes. I'm getting some telemetry for cars. Sainz, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Ocon, and Hulkenberg's cars are on right now. Top of the fantasy. She won't be after today, don't worry. Let me figure this out. Let me get my onboard up, just for me, because I want to watch the onboard of Fernando. Because as that commenter earlier said, I'm a Max Verstappen fanboy. Therefore, I'm only going to watch Fernando Alonso. Can't even navigate Sky. True story. Right then, everything's updated, isn't it? And any second now, the session shall be live. Albon out, Sargent out. Here we go. This is crazy, actually. This live timing that I've got another thing for. I might have to rejig my situation so you can see this, because this is better. You've got gears, speed, mini sectors, everything going on here. So, I don't even know. I was just about to call Norris something very random. I don't even know. But Norris, Piastri, Hülkenberg, Albon, Sargent, Magnussen, Tsunoda, and De Vries all out. When can we make transfers on that fantasy? I haven't looked into it much. When the contracts end that you have got. Please do smash a like on the stream, guys, and get involved in the chat. Who do you think your top... Well, who are your top 5 going to be in this? Let me know your top 5, and we'll end that poll. 77% of you think that Ferrari have been turned down. So when the contract ends... Yeah, if you haven't paid attention, probably 3 races. I did some for 5. Yeah, I need to have a minute. Oh, mate. I've got a thing on my... I've got a thing now I didn't realise where I can play all drivers' team radio, all of it. I hope you guys didn't just hear that. How did I scam you? Lando Norris being told cars are travelling extremely slowly down the pit exit. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Oh, behave. Okay, new game. Who is going to be bottom? Who is going to be last in this session? There we go, new game. Who's going to be last in this session? Who do you think? Because that is actually really hard. As we see... Is that Tsunoda? Or De Vries? Who do we think is going to be last? Sargent faster than Albon through the first 2 sectors by about 0.3 of a second. Sargent looks like he's about to outqualify Albon on the first runs. Sargent faster than both McLarens, Hülkenberg. Sargent is flying on this lap. Sargent's just flown there. He's faster than Bottas, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Norris, Piastri, De Vries. That was a legit quick time. A legit quick time there from Sargent. Relatively. Well done. Nick De Vries into turn 1. Oh, the rear just went on him. That was, well, wow. That, for me, that wasn't Nick De Vries. Well, it's a car setting, that. That isn't him. Well, it is him spinning, but it's not a lack of skill that's just caused that spin. It's diff settings, that's engine braking, that was crazy, that was crazy. Sargent with a very good lap there, beating out quite a few people. As we're seeing Leclerc set some purple mini sectors and then the rest green. But indeed, Leclerc and Sainz are both slower through the first sector. Sainz is slower through the second sector than Sargent. Sargent's absolutely flying here. Absolutely flying. Hülkenberg with a good lap there also. Hülkenberg goes top there. Hülkenberg's gone top. Wait, what? Oh, his lap's been deleted. I think Sargent's lap's been deleted. Ah. Leclerc goes up to second behind the Haas of Hülkenberg. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Sainz, the slowest of the 10 that have set a time so far. We're seeing purple mini sectors from Verstappen and Perez right now. Purple first sector for Perez. Verstappen. Perez purple second sector, but he's about 3/10 down on Verstappen. Hamilton is miles behind, as is Russell. So the Mercedes are miles behind what the Red Bulls are setting right now. Verstappen is flying here. This is just going to be miles quicker than anyone, I think. There you go. 0.6 of a second faster than Hülkenberg. 0.8 faster than Leclerc. That's Perez. Verstappen's come over the line any moment. Here he comes. Whoa, mate. Wow. Wow. I said he'd get pole by 5.5 tenths. But wow. Tsunoda with some purple mini sectors there, randomly. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Look. We'll see what Q3 brings. But that is obscene. You have to start questioning. You do have to start questioning the cost cap infringement and the punishment and if it was enough. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The team are a full second ahead of anyone. A full second. Hülkenberg up in third. Unbelievable, right? But Fernando Alonso's just out now. Norris with a personal best first and second sector. Same as Piastri here. Piastri is marginally quicker. Where are they going to go? Piastri up to 8th place. Hamilton only managing a 9th there. Oh, Lando. I think Lando nearly went into the wall there, didn't he? Whew. Madness. Absolute madness. I mean... Please do make sure you've hit the like on the stream, guys. It helps absolutely loads. Get involved in the chat as well. Gonna go sit out in the rain. Oh, that's... Did he crash? Let's have a replay. Oh, yeah. He could very well have suspension damage there on the front left. Yeah. Front left steering. Yeah, done. Just listening to some radio. Oh, Alonso, big spin. No, Fernando. I'm watching. I just saw him spin, and so through one. Oh, he's hit the curbs and it's bobbled. Oh, no, man. No. Oh, Fernando. As we see Hamilton go up to fourth place there, Russell up to fourth, immediately taking that position. So the what do you call him? Mercedes looking a bit better. No damage. He didn't hit the wall or anything. He just spun. How you doing, Harry? Kevin Magnussen being told it's going to be an exceptionally fast turnaround. So in the pits, change, and out he goes again. I'm loving that I can listen to all the team radio. I didn't even know this was a thing. I really didn't. I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Have we got anyone on a hot lap? No. To me, looking at what Alonso just did, he was going... He bobbled on the curbing as he was putting the throttle on. No, Alonso won't be out. Alonso's setting a time now. Where is he? Alonso with green mini sectors and a purple mini sector. What happened with the pace of Alpine? Nothing yet. I think they're just going to do another run. We'll have to see. I think track evolution is a huge thing here. I honestly think track evolution is massive here. Fernando Alonso's on greens here. I think he's going to fly right up here, but he's going to have to get round, get a new set of tyres on, and get out again. Alonso up to fourth. Yep. So I think we can safely assume the Ferraris have turned their engines up. Haas indeed, looking decent, 8th and 9th, aren't they? Please hit that like, guys. We've only got 12 likes and 57 people watching, so please do hit that like button. It helps tons and tons and tons. Norris was really quick until he crashed. But I don't think we're going to see Norris back out again. If he's bent the steering arm, he's done, isn't he? So the saying, Logan Sargent had... Oh my lord, they've just replayed where Logan Sargent's time got deleted. Wow. So, wow. So the pink painted tarmac that's on pit entry there, it's an absolute no-go area. And he's like put, I don't know, a quarter of his time. Oh, we've got Logan Sargent spun. Oh, that'd be such a disappointment. That'd be an absolute disappointment if that is the end of his session there. That would be such a disappointment because his first lap, I can't remember how quick it was, but I think it was quick enough, you know. You're ahead of me. Are you talking about Leclerc being in front of Alonso? Just watching the time of Stroll, he did have a little bit of traffic there. 10th, yeah, it's not great. Yellow flags in the chat. Logan Sargent replay. Oh, just completely lost it. Very lucky to keep it out of the wall. Those tyres will be 50 pence pieces now. Oh, Yeah, it's because I'm streaming it and then streaming it out. So Stroll is just strolling. Yeah, they're trying to replace something on the front of Norris's car. I think Norris may well be out here. He's missed the ball and the wall. George Russell, radio. George Russell says there's a bit of a split on his brakes. Lance Stroll, radio as well. No grip is complaining of. Lance Stroll, they're basically being told multiple runs is... Well, Aston Martin are telling their drivers that multiple runs are better for the tyres to get them up to speed. So that we might see them stay out and do... We have seen this through practice, that it's not necessarily the first quick lap that does it for drivers. Alpine, they've got to deliver. As we see Ocon do a green first sector. Let's have a look. And some purples, actually, mini sectors. Is not having a good second sector, Ocon, though. Is Sargent doing... I can't... Is he on the track map? I think his tyres will have been ruined. Ocon is going to improve, but this isn't a fast lap. This is not a fast lap. And Gasly, his lap isn't good either. Albon up to 11th. Great there for the Williams. Really good. What's gone on with the Alpine here? Ocon up to 7th. Okay, that was... But we've still got some times to come in here. Gasly's not doing well. 11th, I think he's in danger. I think he's in danger unless he can do a quick time again. We're seeing Alonso with a purple middle sector moving up to 3rd ahead of Leclerc. Sainz improves his own time going into 5th there. And the two Mercedes drivers are also starting laps now. Anyone going particular? Bottas is improving his own lap. Tsunoda's on a personal best as well. Hulkenberg up to 6th in front of both of the Mercedes cars. Wowzers. Stroll up to 4th place in front of the Ferraris. Very, very interesting. Zhou moves up to 9th. Bottas only up to 14th. He's been struggling all weekend so far. Tsunoda should improve his own time up to 15th. Albon down to 16th now. That's probably him out. Piastri is going to improve his own lap, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough for him to move up out of the drop zone. De Vries only moves up to 18th. Disappointing there for De Vries. What am I kidding about? What? Oh, no, look. I haven't, because I haven't. Yeah, but it works on passes and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, it's not just grid position. And that is the session done. I think Piastri is through there at the end, so I think that's it. And the ones dropping out are Tsunoda, Albon, De Vries, Norris, and Sargent. Honestly, that's gutting for both Norris and for Sargent, because Sargent, he just seemed to have something, and I don't know. It's just a shame. Just listening to Haas telling Nico Hulkenberg, good job. Yeah, Sargent stopped at turn 10. Real shame there. Real shame there. I don't know if he'd have got through, but it's a shame, for Sargent there. Because I'll admit, I was a naysayer. He's been... One moment. Sargent's first time would have had him in Q2. So the time he set, the reason it got deleted didn't gain him any time. He would have been in Q2. That's gutting. If you're here, you still can. I can figure it out. I just have to come home earlier and sort it out. You can do the watch along with me. So Sargent's got deleted. So coming onto the start-finish straight, you go to the left for the pit lane, right? And you just carry on for the straight. There's that fork, yeah? And there's a big painted area where it's pink, and it's in the race director's notes. That is an absolute no-go zone. Do not touch it. And he put like a quarter of his left front tyre onto it just to try and get as much time as possible. Honestly, it won't have even saved him 1,000th of a second, but it's done him. It's done him. Rules are rules, and, we've seen stuff like that before. Oh, Nick De Vries right up against the wall there. So is that damage then for Sargent? I was talking. Is that because that could be gearbox for Sargent if it was rear left? We know from Leclerc and others hitting the wall with your rear tire like that, it can the drive shaft into the gearbox. Not good times. To be fair, you'd probably just capture me and get my... Well, it's up to you. It's up to you. But I'd need to know if you want to do the watch-along. That would be funny. I don't know how we do stuff. I feel like I'd have to take my seat off this chair. This rig. But we'd figure it out. So we're just waiting on Q2 now. I mean, look, the Red Bulls are just way beyond anyone, aren't they? They are just way beyond. Bottas radio. Sargent radio. Sargent just saying, it's over, I have to stop, and his engineer saying, okay. Nick De Vries. Swearing. Lots of swearing from Nick De Vries. A minute until Q2. This is really close, isn't it? It is so close. Through the midfield. It's half a tenth here. Even less. The gaps, right, gaps. Third to fourth, 200ths. Fourth to fifth, 200ths. Fifth to sixth, 600ths. Sixth to seventh, 100th. Seventh to eighth, 500ths. It's so close. 10th to 11th, 8,000ths. 11th to 12th, 200ths. So close. So, honestly, everything behind Red Bull is so unbelievably close. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. I think we said this in Bahrain. I've never seen qualifying times so close. Just delete Red Bull and we've got the closest Formula One we've ever had. I think. Just delete Red Bull. I think that's something we can all get behind. I'm joking. I'm joking before you unsubscribe. I'm joking. They've done a brilliant job. But the massive queue of drivers at the end of the pit lane. I think that's what I'd say to people. In like, try and watch the race, you know, in the mid pack, because I remember, I think it was 2018 when I went to watch at Silverstone, and it was so clear. It was Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, the top six, and they were really close. And then you waited for ages, and there was basically a train of mid-pack cars, and then like the Haas or whatever at the back, the Williams at the back, you know. Fernando Alonso is literally racing one of the Haas cars down to turn 13. This is weird. My onboard is ahead. My onboard video is actually ahead of... Right then. So we're seeing purple mini sectors from Fernando Alonso, but I think this is because the times are reset, so it's all going to be purples, right? So we're seeing Ocon actually take purple mini sectors off Alonso here. David Coulthard saying the helmet cam, he doesn't like it because it doesn't look anything like what the drivers see. Carlos Sainz radio. Carlos Sainz being told to go faster on his outlap to have his tyres ready for... Oh my God. Nearly died. Alonso with two purple sectors there. Zhou going top. Bottas going faster. Alonso going top there. 1.2 seconds faster. Let's have a look then. Verstappen with purple mini sectors in the first sector. Leclerc going fast in the second sector as well. Yeah, it is still a good view. Stroll going second. Ocon going third there. Piastri fourth. Verstappen actually 4 tenths off Alonso in that first sector. I think Verstappen's bailed out of his lap because he's only setting yellow mini sectors now. Leclerc goes second. Always the bridesmaid. I'm only messing. I'm just winding Paris up. Hamilton up to fifth. Russell up to fifth, knocking Hamilton down. Where is Verstappen? Yeah, Verstappen... Maybe he knew he'd messed up the first sector, so he dropped out of it. I'm not sure. We're seeing purple mini sectors in Sector 2 from Hulkenberg. That is a very quick second sector from Hulkenberg. Very quick indeed. This could be a very, very good time from Hulkenberg. Another purple mini sector in Sector 3. 2 purple. This is going to be very quick from Hulkenberg, I think. Well, relatively, because it's a Haas, right? It's going to be quick. Yeah, he did. He had a big moment as he put on the power, didn't he? Yeah. Where's Hulkenberg? Up to fourth. Good lap there. Good lap there from Hulkenberg. Magnussen with some purple mini sectors as well, you know. Magnussen's not hanging about. Magnussen slightly... Well, it's actually pretty equal. You could see Magnussen go 4th or 5th here. I think he's going to be faster than Ocon. Well, it's super close though, isn't it? It's going to be anywhere from 4th to 6th here is Magnussen. I think he went a bit slower in his final sector there. What's going on with Verstappen? I'm listening. This would be brilliant. I'm listening to the 2 radio messages. Yeah, he's just saying big moment and what we've heard on TV, engine problem. As soon as anything else comes up, I will bring you it. This is a new gearbox. This is a new gearbox on Max Verstappen's car. Come on, Alonso! Ah! I've just realised. Come on, Alonso. Put it on pole, lad. Sorry. Perez is going to do it, though, isn't he? Let's be real. Nico Hulkenberg radio. Oh! Just disappears. Clutch just disappeared, didn't it? He's revving and it just goes wha-bam like that. It's just gone. Gone. Jos is about to go and say, my son is not happy and we're off somewhere else. So we're seeing Perez now on the move, right? He's got greens but no purples. In the nicest way. Look, I seem like I'm anti Red Bull and Max here, but this is good because we're going to see Max Verstappen attacking from somewhere near the back. And I don't think it'll happen. I think that Red Bull isn't fast enough to win still, even from 15th place. But it's good for the race, you know? It just is. It just is. Max fans, he's still got the fastest car on a track that he can overtake on. Max can overtake. This is very good for your this is very good for your fantasy. So they are looking. Yeah, but, you know, he's got the cheat code of a car like Hamilton did. You know, it's not all lost for Red Bull Verstappen fans. This is just more fun, isn't it? You know. Yeah. But it's what people want to see. It's what people want to see. Cars overtaking and going for it, and, you know, it is what it is. I think Perez will still do it. Be ready for me to urinate in my pants if Alonso gets pole. We do have 5.5 minutes of this session still to go. We still do have a live session, but breaking news, Max Verstappen is out. That is his second gearbox, which means he'll be on his third tomorrow, and there are only 4 allowed for the season. So maybe there is actually, as we were saying, there might be a weakness to this Red Bull being that gearbox. But they're so fast, they could probably take a gearbox penalty every race and win. And that isn't me belittling anything. Max is a double world champion, and that Red Bull's an amazing car. You know, it's simple. Carlos Sainz replay. Oh, massive moment there for Carlos Sainz. Rich, this is the season you've been dying for Alonso. I, as an Alonso fan, I've been waiting a long time for genuine, my driver's got a chance. I still think Max Verstappen wins tomorrow by a long way. And people will hail it as an incredible drive, but yes, we see that message. We've seen that in the past, Ian. We've seen that in the past. Piastri, purple mini sector, but a lackluster lap here, really, for Piastri. Pardon me. Crazy scenes. Science isn't in the top 10. I'd not noticed that, you know. So at risk at the moment, Sainz, Zhou, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Verstappen's out. I think we'll lose both Alfa Romeos, but, you know, I think Hulkenberg's got the pace to get into the top 10. Russell moves up to 4th place there. Please do smash a like on the stream, guys. I'm excited for the race tomorrow now. Now, we are going to see Verstappen fly through the field, but still, we've seen it before, but still. My coverage is so far behind my live timing today. I'm just looking at the mini sectors. We're not seeing anyone improve, but people are on outlaps. Most of the field is. Alonso will be out for it. Will Max get a grid penalty if gearbox change? No, because I think it's because it's his allocation, right? I think he's okay because it's one of his allocated 4 gearboxes. So he can change it. I think, right? It's when you get beyond your allocation, it's an issue. Okay, so we'll be seeing drivers coming round now for their laps. Fernando's back out for another go. And keeping an eye on the mini sectors. We are seeing Alonso quicker through the first half of the first sector, which I know is a bit of a mouthful and makes no sense. I would have thought Alonso was safe, but he's out, I think, on a set of scrubs having another go. Zhou and Bottas setting some green mini sectors in the first sector. Piastri improving in his own time there. Stroll's going faster. Ocon as well. Stroll had a really good first sector, actually. Really good first sector. Very good. Zhou's improving in his own time here. Piastri's gone a very good second sector for him. Keeping an eye on things now. Perez is Perez out? Yeah. Perez is improving on his mini sectors. Two or three. I think it's quite an easy place to overtake. For something like a Red Bull starting back there, I think it's a lot easier. Zhou up to 8th place because you've got the long start-finish straight and you've got DRS places into the final corner there. I think it's pretty good on passing here, honestly. Yeah, he'll have a huge delta, mate. Huge. You know, when you've got Hulkenberg goes up to 8th, when you've got Mercedes saying he's a second and a half faster in race trim, Ocon goes up to 6th place there, Piastri in 8th. As we see, Sainz move up to 4th place. Perez is improving his lap. Is it going to be enough? I'm not so sure. Magnussen doesn't go any higher than a 12th position there. Perez goes top there by a 10th, but Alonso bailed out of his lap. Has Alonso got a 10th in him? That was the quickest, by the way. Look at the top speed of that Red Bull. Compared to everything else in the timing, look at the top speed of that Red Bull there, 3:14. Gasly gets through into 10th place. And that is it. No one's improving. So we're losing Hülkenberg, Zhou, Magnussen, Bottas, and Verstappen from Q2. So we've the top 10 that we have there: Perez, Alonso, Leclerc, Sainz, Stroll, Russell, Ocon, Hamilton, Piastri, and Gasly. Got to say, top job by Piastri there. Q3 wasn't expected pre-weekend for McLaren, so he's done a very good job there. Yeah, Norris is going to be raging, but it was his own fault, right? It was his own fault. He's going to be livid with himself, isn't he? Yeah, so as he turned in to the final corner, the front left just dinked the wall, but you saw it it was like that. As he hit the wall, it just flattened. So I think his, whatever you call it, is bent a steering arm or whatever you want to call it, you know. Well, there we are. Just listening to Lewis Hamilton radio here. I think he said, sorry guys, couldn't improve. Said box, and he said, sorry guys, couldn't improve. Interesting. Few minutes to go. Now, what is the gap here? Look how close it is. Really. It is unbelievably close. Hamilton's struggling, isn't he? He's not happy in that Mercedes. He's struggling. He really is. I'm going to try and stay chill if... What did you say? What did you say? Who am I kidding? What do you mean? I think, look, at this point, I can't see past a Verstappen win still. But Max wins from 15th. I know that it sounds really blasé that I'm saying it so openly, but Max wins from 15th. You can do tomorrow. I'm going to have to think on how to make that work. I'm not saying we can, but I definitely won't have all this data. Do you have a tablet? You do. You've got your iPad. We might need your iPad. Well, we will need your iPad. But Max wins from 15th. Him and that Red Bull is an unbelievable car. You know, it just is. He's half a second faster than anyone on. He's shown it all weekend so far. He wins it from 15th. I can't see him not winning it. Honestly, I know I'm being really dismissive, but yeah, started 14th in Spa last year. You know, I'm going to have to think of how we can do it because we need to be on camera in that. Do we want a side-by-side Rich and Paris watch-along tomorrow? Gearbox could be okay, talking like it could be the drive shaft, right? We want a side-by-side Rich and Chambers watch-along. We can do that as well at some point. Right. I'm just staring at this, trying to psych myself up. Go ahead, behave yourself, dude. Sake. There's going to be a little bit extra here. If Alonso has got a sniff of this, I think he's going to give this everything, isn't he? He's not stupid. He knows. Alonso's a better driver than Perez. I don't think anyone would say otherwise. But it would be good. It would be good. No, that's true. It is true. It is true. You haven't watched a race with me in ages. But the problem is, I can't sit here. So we'll have to... I don't have a laptop anymore. I'll just have to have tablets and stuff. One tablet showing the race and one tablet with the YouTube chat on. Here we go then. Q3. Right. I have my keyboard on my lap. I'm getting rid of it just in case. Just in case. I may lose my mind in the next few minutes. It might happen. So a brand new shiny set of soft tyres on board Fernando Alonso. We have Gasly, Ocon, Sainz, Leclerc and Alonso all out. I'd love to go to this GP, John. It would work. It'd work. It'd work. I'm not even going to lie about it. Send me a selfie. I'll redo the thumbnail. Right then. Here we go. I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm actually freaking out. Oh, God. Oh, God. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Right then, here we go. Here we go. Gasly and Alonso swapping mini sector fast times. Ocon also taking a couple of mini sector fast times here. As Gasly sets a purple first sector, but Alonso's going faster. He's purple through the first sector. And Alonso is 0.4 of a second faster through the first sector than Gasly. Ocon comes through 0.3 slower than Fernando Alonso. I'm just watching. I'm taking this in, even if it's delayed. I'm taking it in. Purple mini sectors through sector 2 for Alonso. Leclerc not as fast. Neither is Sainz. Ocon faster at the end of sector 2 than Alonso, but not purple. Gasly setting really fast mini sectors through sector 3, but then yellows at the end. Alonso goes top with a 29.6. Leclerc purple through the second sector, much faster, 0.2 faster. It's about a 10th difference between them at the moment. There's about a 10th difference. Leclerc is faster than Alonso. Leclerc's going to go provisional first here by a couple of tenths at least. Probably more. 1.5 tenths there. Leclerc goes fastest. Yeah, slower than his Q2 time. Where is Perez? Perez is coming up to his fast lap. Hamilton setting all right times, but he's a good... Actually... Russell's first sector was faster than Leclerc's. Russell's second sector is 2 tenths off. You could see Russell go into third here. Hamilton goes third, but I feel like Russell's going to be faster than that. Well, it's Max and it's Red Bull. You know, the amount of people that used to say it's just the car for Hamilton, you know, you've got to factor a bit of that in for Max. That is a good time from George. A very good time from George. Very good time from George, that. Perez setting purple mini sectors. Perez is about to go even faster. Perez is going to go faster here by a substantial amount, I think. Purple mini sectors all over the place from Perez here. I'm saying disappointedly. 2 tenths. Oh, that Red Bull's just turned it on now. And there we go. A 28.2. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, God! That Red Bull is ridiculous, man. Look, fair play to Perez, but he's not half a second faster as a driver. He just isn't. Oh, man, that car is ridiculous. Ugh, that's filthy. Fair play for him delivering it like. Yeah, Max would be sub 28, wouldn't he? Max would be sub 28. He just would. But there we go. There the first lap's done. I mean, I think Alonso will improve. Sainz nowhere. Alonso saying he wants to do the same run plan. Stroll only 9th there. That's not very good. Piastri going for his run now. I guess he's only going for one timed run. Actually, Stroll only going for one timed run. The moans for a car. What do you mean? What? Stroll setting purple mini sectors there. Interesting. I don't think he's on a par. He's set 3 purple mini sectors there, has Stroll. That's interesting to see. Piastri only 4 tenths down through the first sector. Stroll's very quick here. What is his... How far off is he? Stroll's quick here. Oh, come on. Perez isn't half a second quicker than these drivers. As a driver, he isn't. You know, we're allowed to say that Red Bull is a flattering car. Bloody hell. I'll say it even if others won't. He's a great driver, but are we seriously saying he's half a second a lap quicker than Leclerc as a driver? Stroll goes up to 5th there. All due respect to Perez, but still, he's never been that driver, and he hasn't become that driver overnight. So Stroll goes up to 5th there. Okay. This is Alonso's run. Perez radio. Nothing interesting. Right then. Here we go then. I'm going to be watching the mini sectors. Alonso's gone surprisingly early. I feel like he's going to get traffic here. Honestly, because he's about to start his lap and there's going to be other cars out. I think this is a bit of a little bit of an own goal here. Honestly. Here we go then. Alonso, these are new softs. The new softs. Alonso, not great, but then purple mini sectors in the first sector. This isn't a good first sector from Alonso. Messy. Not great. Slow. But Alonso's doing weird here. Go on, lad. I don't think he can get close. Oh, he's close. He is bloody close. I think he is very, very close. He had 1 purple mini sector and then greens through the second sector. Third sector is doing personal bests. Green mini sectors in the final sector. Is going to improve. Go on, lad. Up to second place for Fernando Alonso. Half a second down. Man alive. He goes in front of Leclerc there. Purple first sector. Purple first sector for Lance Stroll. Purple first sector for Lance Stroll. And he's doing green and purple mini sectors in the second sector. Perez setting purple mini sectors in the first sector, but the purple mini sectors for Stroll is flying. Perez has maybe backed out of his lap because he's only setting yellow mini sectors. Stroll is flying. Stroll is flying. Purple mini sector in the final sector as well, but all yellow so far. Stroll is gonna be absolutely close, man. Is so close. Oh, mate, he's lost it in the final sector. Can't believe that. What's happened? I'm watching it now. Has he done something in the final corner? How did... I think the tyres had gone. He was flying, the boy. He was flying. That... Oof. Sainz goes up to 5th. Mad. Mad. And that's it. That is it. That is the grid for tomorrow's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Sergio Perez on pole there. Leclerc in 2nd. Alonso 3rd. Russell 4th. Sainz 5th. Stroll, really, after that, a disappointing 6th. Ocon 7th. Hamilton 8th. Oh, that ain't going to be nice for Hamilton fans. Piastri, a great 9th. And Gasly, honestly, a really disappointing 10th from the pace that they seem to be showing. Alonso P2 as Leclerc takes a penalty. Yeah, indeed, indeed. Yeah, bad day at the office for Lewis, for sure. No, Verstappen's going to win. Verstappen's going to win. That's what you want to see. 4 different teams, top 4. Great observation there. That's what you want to see. I just think Stroll, like some of chat said, I think Stroll just took too much out of the tyres there, didn't he? And it was a problem for him. But yeah, that actually ended up being... Perez has a chance tomorrow. He's got to get away, hasn't he? I think chances of safety car here are quite high, right? Chances of safety car are quite high. I think safety cars are probably going to help Max Verstappen as well tomorrow. You would have to assume. But you know, I think we're in for an exciting race. I think it's going to be fun tomorrow. I'm not calling the midfield, but Verstappen's going to drive past them all. They're all close. He's not close to them. He's miles ahead of them. Even when he's behind them, he's just going to drive past them on the straight, isn't he? Yeah, I just don't see it happening. I think the safety cars are going to... I'll be shocked if we don't get one, and it's going to play to Max's advantage, isn't it? Who can? You said 3 people. Hello, how you doing, Midland? Well, there we go. Surprising. I think this is going to make for an entertaining Grand Prix tomorrow because, look, basically, well, the Ferrari, well, Hamilton's just miles off. Hamilton's like nearly half a second behind Russell. That's mad. Perez can't. He just did. I don't know what you're on about, Philip. He's just got pole. What do you want him to do? He's just got pole, mate. Am I missing something? Careful with your hopes. Spa last year had a similar setup. Yeah. Well, yeah, but Verstappen just drives past. No, he didn't at all, Philip. He backed out of it. He set 3 purple mini sectors in a row and then stopped pushing. He was told he had pole, so he stopped pushing. That's what happened. He didn't fail to stitch up his final lap. He backed out of it entirely. 100%. It wasn't him messing up. He was told not to push. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I said at the time, that he backed out of it. But there we are. That is qualifying for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And I will be live tomorrow at 4:45 maybe with Paris, doing a watch along with her for the Grand Prix. I hope you guys can join us. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, take care. Bye-bye.